change, an increase of $400 over 09. And in lawn maintenance, this past year, our common areas, cutting the grass primarily is what that is. That's an increase to $30,000. That'll come up again, and we'll bid that out, I think, in June. Legal for the homeowners assessment. This is not connected to the golf course. This is connected with properties that didn't pay in the previous years for whatever, and our legal fees were up to $2,825 for that. There are legal fees reflected in the golf course, which is the next section, and it's all lumped together there. And if anybody has any questions on that, we can answer them later. Basically, the legal fees were about $19,000 for the golf course. We took in $115,000. That's what we gave to the golf course owner. We held some back for collection. There's insurance that actually went down this year. Some maintenance on the irrigation systems, grass signs, pavers, that went down a little this year. And can you go to the next slide? Our management fee is down a little bit. That's Center Group from the previous year. Security, we had a little payment in 09, none in 10. So the security is 0, and that's down from what we had paid in 09. The postage and printing, that's outside of the golf course assessment. This is normal business, and it's down just a few dollars. Social expenses were only $622. That included some money that went to our picnic. I think Hert's going to talk about that later. IRS is up just a tiny bit. And then there's the church rental and bad debt and income tax. And that's $1,093. There is another slide that we don't have on the PowerPoint, and that's the reserves. There's not a lot of change in the reserves. We didn't change the total that we have in the reserve, but we changed the total to keep up with the cost of inflation for replacing the fence, repairing the roads, and other things like that. And the reserves are for those items that we have to replace or repair periodically. That's the long fence in the back, the roads that are not maintained by the county, and that's it, right? The roads, fence, and the entry sign, and other signs, but that's basically it. Is that it?
What is that amount of money that's reserved?
We have, let me get my other thing. We have about 60,000 in reserve now. And I can't put the slide up, but for instance, it's going to cost probably, what do you think, $25,000 to replace the fence and $80,000 to replace the road. So we have to put money in that each year to have it ready whenever those roads need resurfacing and the fence needs to be repaired or replaced, and the signs. Okay?
Can I ask why we don't have a copy of that income statement?
It was sent out to all homeowners.
Here's what I got.
Yeah,
I'll be
we
glad
got
to
it,
give it.
and there's nothing to it. It's not a
I know
comparison.
Tina made a couple changes
Has
with
nothing to do with
It has
anything
nothing.
just said.
It's not a comparison, it's everything for 2010.
That's profit, loss,
That's ridiculous.
something I have no clue.
expenses.
Expenses, okay.
Actually, the figures that are on these slides came off of that paper. That paper is just, actually, it's more detailed than except for the reserves. That paper that the slides that we just talked about, is covered in more detail in the pages that you got.
This sheet is what I worked with, and it's identical to the one you got in the mail. Some were lumped together because it pertained to the same thing. So otherwise, I would have had 5 or 6 slides, and I didn't think it was necessary to
Got it in
everyone
your-
got the details
Still got it in your document.
of the
In your envelope.
Is it appropriate for me to ask additional questions on this financial statement at this time?
Fine with me.
Okay,
If I can
well,
answer my question.
I could not see the slides that were up there, okay?
Okay.
I could not see the figures, and a sheet of paper that I had available, I could not correlate anything that was on that sheet of paper I just gave you to that up there.
Okay, this will go on the website.
What?
This whole complete, everything that you see on the slide here will be on the website. Same thing we did last year.
Okay.
And it's the same.
That's fine. My last question is, and I talked with a few other homeowners about this, it had to do with defining or describing what those things, what is encompassed within those line items. Because some you have no clue what is encompassed in the line item. Electricity? Sure, I know it's electricity. What's it for?
The electricity that was on our slide, for instance, was mostly for the street lights.
Okay.
And there's some pumps that we run to run irrigation and stuff like that.
Okay, that's fine, Jim. All I'm saying is, there are many items on that list that I just gave you. I went through and tried to figure out exactly what they pertain to. My mind didn't come to any kind of conclusion at all that if somebody were to ask me, what is included in that figure, I don't have a clue. I have a one-word statement, and that's it. Is there any way?
If you was to look at the insurance is broken down on your sheet you got in the mail. And I put in officer's liability, which is line items on here.
Carol, all I'm asking is, wouldn't it be okay to define what those line items are?
They are defined on this slide.
Let me ask you,
In detail,
are you
so
saying,
that everybody has the same information.
all right,
So
are you
that
saying
when
that
you
it
say-
wasn't really understandable? You'd like for this copy to be a little more understandable?
Yeah, I want you to explain what the line items are, what is encompassed
All
within
right.
the line.
Well, I know I don't have time to do them all tonight, but maybe we need to redo and so that you can understand when you read this document exactly what electricity is, exactly what the
What
insurance
it's for,
is.
what
Yeah,
it's for,
I
that's
got
all.
you.
And I think.
Did everybody understand what he was asking?
Breakdown.
All right,
So long to get around to it,
all right, go ahead.
but that's it.
Hey, does that microphone work? Can we just pass the microphone around?
Well, we have one microphone here that everyone is welcome to come up front, address it to the whole audience.
I'd be more than happy to hand it around to whoever's talking. Some people may not even want to get up. I mean, that's up to them. What do you-
Well, is this in regards to the financial report? Because we wanted to,
For anything, so we all can hear what's being
Ms.
said.
Wilson, what do you do about the people you do not allow to access your website? That's a good one. There's a lot of people-
let's go ahead and back up on the agenda and take nominations from the floor for the vacant positions.
Would you be willing to
Excuse me,
give
there are
Carol,
four
would you be
vacant
willing to give
positions.
Carol the kind of layout that you think the aforementioned needs?
There should be 4 slots open.
4 empty slots.
There are 4 vacant positions.
Could I have some nominations from the floor, please?
Here you go.
Here we go.
Mrs. Barbara Little.
Yay! Yay!
I was going to nominate myself. I put a line through it, and I put Miss Barbara Little on there. Thank you.
Who's the next one?
For 4 slots or 1 slot?
Pardon?
For 4 slots or 1 slot? How many slots are there for election? Now, 4.
Slots
are
legally available, ma'am.
I have 1 slot.
Legally available.
Is that legal?
Is it legal?
Is there more than 1 slot legally available for
But
election?
that's taken the word of a couple people. We have not verified it. If there is an error, it will be corrected.
The meeting's over. The meeting's over.
By a joinder?
Yeah, mysterious count.
No, he did.
Don't ask questions about it.
Which one is the attorney? Okay.
What she's doing, she's totally.
Now she's trying to get some advice.
She finna get on there. She thought it was gonna go like it's been the last few years.
Yeah, railroad.
This is like the Three Stooges up there.
No, there's a lot of pissed people.
Matches, man.
All we do, man, I'll tell you. Everything is good when you come.
Huh.